did short-term get money and power out of it. And here's the thing that most people don't want to think about. They knew it all from the beginning. They knew they were destroying people's lives. They knew they were endangering people's health. They knew they were going to kill children. They knew they were going to kill children. And they knew that eventually you would know they did. And they knew you're not going to do anything about it. And that's the only thing they care about. That is the only thing they care about. And if they leak the truth piece by piece and eventually tell everybody, oh, so it turns out this thing was never a threat to the kids, but our vaccines were. It's only a tiny number of, oh, now it's growing some. Well, it's only a this. Well, we're going to leak piece by piece. They knew it all, some of them, at the top. There are a bunch of idiot dupes beneath them who were just mindlessly parroting whatever they were told to say. But at the top, there were people who knew the damage they were doing, and they didn't care. They got their money, and they got their power, and they knew that when the truth came out, you're not going to do anything about it. And that's all they care. It's like people can complain and whine and vote for somebody different in a few years, and it doesn't matter. We tortured and robbed and murdered some of these people, and they're going to put up with it, and they're not going to do anything about it. Not anything that makes any difference, and so we just don't care. It's like if somebody carjacks you and beats the crap out of you and shoots a couple of your neighbors and runs away. And you go out and say, that's horrible, blah, 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 and the truth comes out about what he did. He doesn't care. He's not the kind of person who cares. So you can protest and you can say he was bad and you can do whatever he wants. He still has your fucking car. They still have those billions and billions of dollars that were coerced out of the American people and coerced out of the whole world. Big Pharma still has that money that was coerced out of huge numbers of people, often by way of government robbing everybody and then handing over free loot to Big Pharma in exchange for a kickback. And by gradually letting the truth out after the fact, they knew that most people are going to go, oh, well, that's horrible. Some will even go, that's outrageous and unforgivable. Okay, well, if you're not going to forgive them, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to think about maybe voting for somebody different in 2 years. So nothing. The answer is you're going to do nothing. And they knew you were going to do nothing. Because this is the advantage that evil psychopaths have. They don't hesitate to use coercion and fraud and violence. They did it right in front of your face. And they tortured children all over the place with the stupid mask crap that didn't do any good for anybody. And it definitely didn't do any good for children who have minimal, if any, symptoms, and the masks don't do any good anyway. So it was just, they tortured a whole bunch of children and then tried to guilt trip anybody who pointed out, this is unnecessary and stupid and counterproductive and horrible and evil. And they didn't care. And they know that even if they tortured your child, you're not going to do anything about it. And by anything, I mean anything that does any good. You can protest, you can vote, you can whine, you can condemn it, but they're still sitting on their pile of money. They're still sitting on their piles of power. All the politicians that got bought off to push this fear-mongering ridiculousness, they still have their money. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Do you know what happens if you do nothing? They do it again. Just like any other thug. Any carjacker, if somebody complains and says, that was so wrong, and they're driving away in the car, what are they going to do the next day or next week or next month? Steal another car. There's no deterrent for them not to. Why wouldn't they do it again?